All right, it's Newsroom Live 10:02. Welcome to it. I'm Dan Bowens. We got Mike Woods right here. He's going to be telling us what's going on with this winter storm, and that's what we've been talking about all morning. You know, Mike, I just got an email in. It's actually from the New York City Department of Sanitation.
Okay.
So they issued what they describe as their highest level snow response.
Yep.
Because they're thinking this is going to be a serious situation. Deja, we could probably take a look outside because, I mean, as you know, Mike, it's cold out right now.
It is.
21 degrees.
Because yesterday at this time we were at like 44.
Okay.
So we cut that in less than half.
Wow.
21, and that cold air came in overnight. Look at that sky. Now, you know what the sky looks like when it snows, right?
Yeah, a little
and
bit
if
like
that
that
is not the quintessential snow, pre-snow sky
you're
looking
right.
situation, I don't know what is exactly. So we've got that storm closing in on us, and so the DSNY, they said.
Yeah, the city says the snow may begin as early as 1.
True.
Where they'll have like a plowable situation. So it's going to start snowing at 1, but then by 8 o'clock, we could be in the like,
thick of
we
it.
got to start plowing the snow out of here.
That's when, exactly, because the forecast this morning was right around 2 to 3 o'clock, the first of the snow coming on into at least the core
So
of the
it's
metro
earlier
areas.
now.
But it makes its way from the west to the east, so it takes a little time to get here. But you can see the pink shaded regions is where you have the winter storm warning. So what that means is within a 24-hour stretch, which is now within more like a 6 to 10 hour stretch, you're expecting snow, which will be on the moderate to heavy side at times, and to the point to where you got to shovel and plow. And that's why the DSNY is putting this notification out, because I see they're putting out numbers in the neighborhood of 3 to 9 inches. There are some models that put out as much as 9 inches of snow for us in parts of the tri-state, most of that just to the north and to the west. But really, it's almost the entire tri-state region
That's a lot,
has the winter storm warning, including eastern Long Island. So even there, even if you get on the lower side, 4 to 6 inches of snow, that's quite a bit of snow. We haven't seen a storm like this in a long time.
And I want to draw your attention to the National Weather Service. We have that up on the computer there. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So this is what they put out. I think you were talking about this. 5 to 9 inches expected.
Right.
Some areas could exceed 10 inches. Do we think that's going to happen in the city?
Well, in the city, probably not as much. That 10-inch total is more to the north and to the west. The highest elevations, Poconos, maybe the Catskills, usually get snow totals like that. I think in the city, it's probably more likely to be in the range of 5 to 6. The thing is that with this particular situation, it seems like it's going to be heavier, wetter snow. So it may be compacting a little bit more for us here. As we're closer to the coast and our temps are going to be in a minimal range, upper 20s, low 30s. If it was really, really cold and stayed that way the whole way through, then the fluffier, lighter snow that really piles up higher is more likely. But this is going to be kind of on the warmer side, slightly warmer, and that's why we're looking at, I'm thinking, a little heavier, wetter, more condensed snow. So for the city, maybe not quite that much, but still, it's a lot.
So in that update that we saw right there, you can see it says at rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour.
Yep.
So I mean, that's almost like I don't want to say it's a blinding snow, but that's getting pretty close to you don't want to be driving, you don't really want to be doing anything. I mean, 2 inches an hour is a significant amount of snow.
It's a good amount of snow. An inch an hour is a good amount of snow.
Right.
2 inches is quite a bit. 3 inches, and now you got a really heavy, wet, heavy snow in the area. Blizzard conditions, they have specific criteria. I don't think we're getting there.
Okay.
Because you need, let's see, visibility of a quarter of a mile or less for 3 hours, something like that. It doesn't actually have to be snowing at that time. It just really cuts down your visibility. I don't think it's quite like that. But there might be blizzard-like conditions, at least for a short period of time, with these heavy snows that are going to come by, I'd say between about 9 p.m. to midnight, maybe shortly thereafter is when the worst of it will be coming through. But it's going to be a completely different landscape than when you look. I mean, here, there's no snow. There's nothing on the ground. And it looks like there's basically nothing happening out there. This is the calm before the storm. Everybody's moving along fine. It's a day after Christmas, so it's a holiday, so there's hardly anybody out there. This is actually, in some ways, it's kind of like the perfect storm.
It is like the perfect time.
Right?
You're right.
If you're going to have to deal with a snowstorm, this
Might
gives
as well
you
be
the
on
least headaches.
a holiday weekend.
Exactly.
And all that. So, Mike, I'm going to take a little field trip here.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
You
Okay, so
walk
I'm going to go over here
and I'll
to our
man this part of the ship.
to our computers over here. Okay, so I'm going to bring
That's
this
him
up.
right there.
All right, yep, that's it over here. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm bringing up, this is the traffic cameras, and you can see
Okay.
these traffic cameras that we have all throughout the tri-state. These are the
Okay.
ones that are specifically focusing on New Jersey.
Okay.
So let's say we're out here in the eastern area, which is obviously the
Yep.
furthest, pretty much the
Close
furthest.
to the border.
Yeah, the furthest west you can get in New Jersey. Okay, so we're looking
Okay.
right here, right now. So, like when we talk about this storm, is it coming from this direction?
From west to east, yes.
Okay.
It's like more northwest to east, but yeah. And it looks like there it's still dry. I mean, we're approaching, let's see, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, so still pretty early. Probably in the next hour or two, the first flakes will start flying. Sorry about that. I got the hiccups here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but the first flakes will probably fly in the next, I'd say before lunchtime for sure, because by here, I mean, anytime after 1, 2 o'clock, it's possible that we have our first few flurries. I'm not really counting on snow here in the core of the tri-state for a little while. What else? You got a lot of other cameras.
All right,
there,
so
too.
let's take a look. Okay, so this one here, where do we want to go? Let's check in on our good friends in Plainfield.
Okay.
So Plainfield, obviously,
Plainfield.
a little further east near Watchung, not,
All right.
not far from Scotch Plains.
Looks like they got some wind too. That camera's shaking a little bit.
A little. I mean, are we worried about that? Sometimes you get like the snow drift.
Right.
Right? Is that what they call it? That's what
Or
the
the
folks.
blinding snow. Well, snow drift is just when it's blowing around and piles up.
And it sort of
things
piles
like
up in certain spots
in certain
and not.
spots.
Yeah, yeah.
And that just kind of depends on the wind direction and the
Are we
terrain.
thinking the wind is going to be strong enough that it's going to be kind of one of those situations
It's
where
not
it's
a
like,
real strong wind situation. I was
Okay.
checking out max winds up to around 15 to 20. That's not a ton of wind, but there is a good amount of snow. So you're certain to get some drifts out there, but that's not going to be likely our biggest problem. It's just that heavy, wet snow. By the way, heavy, wet snow, to move it when it comes to shoveling,
you got to be careful.
got to be careful. Yeah, if you're not in optimal shape, this is what they call heart attack snow, and they call it that for a reason because unfortunately, oftentimes people will, fall ill, have heart attacks when they're trying to lift and move this heavy, wet snow in these situations. So that's coming through.
This right here is the Essex Toll Plaza. This
Okay.
is kind of Montclair, Bloomfield area.
Yep.
Obviously still clear here. So once we get sort of a little further in Essex County, Newark, like
I'm saying now it's closer to noonish.
Okay.
You've got maybe the first few flakes flying there, and we get closer. But yeah, even that sky right there looks like a little
Yep.
ominous.
There we
Snow's
go.
a coming. You can almost smell it.
So I'm not
That's
gonna.
what I like to say.
I don't want to skip our good friends in Weehawken and Hoboken,
Sure.
but we're gonna skip them because we're gonna go. We're gonna go to New York. All right.
Okay.
So now we're in the city. So
Yep.
by about 1 o'clock in the city, these are all the cameras that we have all throughout the Manhattan area.
Yep.
So let's jump into the Upper East. Let's see. No, I don't know if that camera's working there. This is 79th Street. This is the FDR Drive, kind of a freeze
the
frame.
FDR.
So FDR Drive.
It's well traveled.
Midtown Manhattan. I mean, we're talking about thousands of cars that
Yes.
typically would be coming through here, even on a Friday night. Are you
Yes.
thinking that by what time are you thinking that we're going to be kind of like,
Probably,
here in
I'd
the
say
city?
probably about 4 o'clock or so this
Okay.
afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock. There's a lot of folks on the roads, even though it's a holiday, so that helps to keep things, a little cleared up. But once that real snow really kicks in, maybe 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, you don't want to be out there on the roads, and let the snow removal equipment, everybody from DSNY, get out there and do their thing. Let them clear the roadways. I know we had Zach on earlier
Yep.
this morning talking about that. Once that snow gets heavy, you just want to clear the roads as much as possible so they can hopefully have it clear for you the next morning. But yeah, it'll be piling up at that time. Anytime after 6, 7 o'clock, that snow is going to stick on the roads, whether you've got the plows or not.
Grand Central right here, Grand Central Parkway. Obviously, this is
Takes a
another one.
little
that
bit
we're gonna-
longer as you get out onto Long Island.
And
But
we'll finish with our
Eastern Long Island.
Yeah, are we going to see it? Like, are people on the eastern end, Suffolk County, out this way, or
At
is
one
it going to?
point, the east end of Long Island, like the Hamptons, the North and South Fork, we're only looking at around 1 to 3 inches. They've now been included in the winter storm warning, so now their snow totals should be at least 4 to 6 inch range for us. So even though it's not
This is
a
Southampton.
foot
This is
of
camera.
snow.
This is the camera out in
Yep,
Southampton.
there you go. Oh, look at that. It looks like the sun's trying to
doesn't look
still
too
come
bad
through
out there,
See
right?
what I'm talking about? It takes longer for things to fill in and start happening out east, which isn't a big surprise.
Yeah.
Things generally move from west to east, but they still got a little more sunshine going on
They do.
out there. But they should have, pretty much the entire tri-state region is going to have plowable snow. come late this evening and into tomorrow morning. The good news is the heaviest snow comes through in the overnight hours, so by tomorrow morning it's pretty much done. So snow removal equipment should be able to get out there and hopefully help everybody out. But then it's time to do your cleaning. If you've got to do the cleaning. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm going to put my
You've
kids
got a
to
house.
work. Yeah, I'm going
Your
to
kids.
yeah, that's right.
Is it time to pay for Santa Claus's, good deeds
that,
done?
That PS5 didn't come
PS5.
cheap. They got to put in the work.
Get out there and work, kid.
Mike, thank you very much. The field trip's over.
Field trip
I'm
is
back
over?
here.
Okay,
yeah.
well, welcome back. Welcome back to the mothership.
Thank you. So the bottom line, just be careful out there tonight. I know a lot of people, you're returning your gifts today.
Yes.
You might be stuck in a line, and by the time you get out of the line at 4 or 5
might be coming
o'clock,
at you.
be careful. All right, Mike, thank you so much. You talked
got
about Zach Iskell, the emergency management director. He was actually on Good Day this morning. So we're gonna talk to him right after we take a quick break. They like when we take these breaks, even when we have kind of these stories going on.
I know, we got a lot happening today.
Good luck out there, Mike. Have a great weekend. And Merry
Thank
Christmas.
You too. Same to you.